we go. Fight number 7, locked and loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the next fighter, Vershawn Berke.
We got Vershawn Berke out of South Bend, Indiana. He's looking to be fighting Ronald Mello from the Bronx out of New York. Vershawn Berke, don't know too much about him, but it's a 170-pound fight. He definitely, being that he came out of Indiana, we've actually had like 3 or 4 guys from Indiana come out and fight tonight. Here we have him, Vershawn Berke from South Bend, Indiana, 170 pounds, looking pretty solid.
And now, introducing to you the next combatant, Ronald Mello.
Ronald Mello, once again, fighting 170 pounds out of the Bronx, New York. He's a submission specialist.
Team what? Team what?
Ligori.
Team what?
Ligori.
Lagoria?
Ligori.
Legori.
Ligori. Ligori. Yep.
Yeah, we also got referee Dean Ligori in the house. Awesome guy. He actually trains up at Four Aces Fight Club along with at my gym and that, along with a bunch of other guys. Tim Jenny, right now, Four Aces Fight Club has the current United States champion, 154 pounds in professional boxing. The United States champion in jiu-jitsu, Tim Jenny, who's actually the main event tonight, won the Arnold Classic. And also our World Muay Thai amateur champion, Stevan Warren, originally out of Chicago. He's the man. We call him Muay Thai Killer, but he also trains out of Four Aces. So right now our gym, we're kind of booming right now. And 15 Mile in Clinton Township between Gratiot and Harper. So and right now, just got an email from my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman out in Brazil. I don't know if she can hear me or not, but she just sent me a text that she can hear what I'm saying. So, baby, if you're there, I love you a lot, and I can't wait to see you. Mwah. And here we got Ronald Mello. I've seen Ronald Mello fight before. He definitely comes out to win. He definitely comes out with some heavy hands. I saw him hit a guy with a straight right hand with the back of his head all the way to his butt.
Right, fighting out of the blue
He's
corner.
got a lot of power.
Standing 5'10", weighing in at 170 pounds, putting his perfect 1-0 record on the line tonight. Training out of South Bend, Indiana, Vershawn Berke.
Anybody coming from out of state, definitely not coming here to
and
lose.
now, introducing the fighter standing to my left, fighting out of the red corner.
Win.
Also standing 5'10", weighing in at 170 pounds. He's a submission specialist, fighting out of the Bronx, New York, Ronald Mello.
Bronx, baby. Uptown, baby.
Your referee in charge of the action.
Vershawn Berke, 170 pounds
Big,
versus Ronald Mello. Ronald from the Bronx and Vershawn from Indiana. I've actually I've seen Ronald fight before, man. Comes out heavy hands. I watched him hit a guy with a straight right hand with the back of his head to his
This
butt.
fight is brought to you by the
power.
Uptown Grill.
But just kind of more of a street fighter in that, and just got heavy hands, like to come out quick. But he looks like he's just changes up his game a little bit, throwing some kicks. Went for the clinch. Looks like he's got a little Greco-Roman going. Throwing that big right hand right off the bat.
Haymaker, though. Haymaker.
There it goes. Vershawn Berke with the big haymaker, spinning around, trying to get that position. Both guys looking to control the hips a little bit.
I think I seen Ronald fight Justin Pfeiffer. Is that where was that, Greg? Full Contact Fight League?
Ronald, no, that was actually, he fought Ryan Cheap.
Oh, okay.
And that was actually under Shock Entertainment at the December Destruction. Shock Entertainment, this is the second show he's doing, run by Gordon Schell. He's put on an awesome show along with Full Contact Fight League.
A lot of haymakers, a lot of takedown attempts.
Looking for the judo throw. I'm loving that. Looking for the Uchimata to Raigoshi. Missed it, though. He didn't have the hips behind it.
Yeah,
he got caught the little left hook on the way. Both these guys just throwing some heavy leather.
There he goes. This
fast-paced fight.
Hard work finally pays off. He ducked under. And
look at Vershawn Berke trying to go for that guillotine, but he quickly lost it because Ronald Mello passed immediately over into the mount. Mello, look for Mello to go for a crossface. Looks like he's actually trying to push that arm down and trying to go for the Americana right now. He's almost got it locked up. He's got to just pass that head, and he might get it. If he brings that elbow around his head, he can nail that Americana. It's close, man. It's real close. Wow. Now that is tough. That is tough from Ronald Mello.
I don't know if Ronald was aware that you can't finish that with your arm around his head.
Well, Mello's a submission specialist. If you ask him, it's what's written down here. Let's see if he can live up to that, guys.
Well,
yeah, he attacked for it, and it looked fairly tight, but it looked like Vershawn Berke was keeping the back of his head pinned to the mat, and that's going to stop Mello from passing that arm around the head and finishing out that Americana.
Yeah, I think Ronald's missing a big part of piece of the puzzle there for that one, but we'll see. He's on his back now, so we'll see what kind of submissions he has.
He's keeping a tight guard right now. He's really keeping control of Vershawn's head, which is going to help eliminate a lot of the ground and pound strikes. But you can see Vershawn trying to get that crossface over the top around the overhook. But there goes Mello looking. He's working that guard. He's throwing a high guard. He's got an active guard. He's not laying totally flat on his hips. Look for him to switch his hips, maybe switch up for an armbar or a triangle. It looks like that's what he was going for before. But if you notice, Vershawn doing the smart thing. You get a good jits guy, you pin him against the cage, they just don't move as good. And
yeah,
you learned that with your last MMA fight, Dan.
Yeah, Vershawn took his time and got him over to the cage, and it's going to pay off for him here.
It's good cage awareness. Yeah, you fought a guy who's a 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, and that's a very, very effective Jiu-Jitsu style. There goes Vershawn throwing some fast ground and pound, trying to open him up a little bit in that guard, looking to maybe pass.
Vershawn's being patient, which I like. He took him to the cage. He's being patient. 10 seconds left. It looks like he probably has the round secured. Picking his shots.
Yeah, what's the difference? You referred to 10th Planet a few times here. For those that don't know, okay, so what's the difference between 10th Planet type Jiu-Jitsu and your Gracie's type?
Well, Gracie type Jiu-Jitsu, basically, it started out in Brazil, and mad props to all the Brazilians who did it. But basically, what it is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is based off of a gi, in which case you use a lot of collars, a lot of grip chokes. The biggest differences for fighters who know the game is in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, you grab a lot of the wrists. It's not so much head control and not so much underhooks and overhooks, and also the guard is much lower. It's a very solid, one of the most effective fighting styles in the world, been proven by the Gracie family. But 2003, Abu Dhabi's, the man, the Naburo General, as we call him, me being a 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu practitioner myself, Eddie Bravo tapped out Hoyler Gracie at the Abu Dhabi's, and he tapped him out with a new system of jiu-jitsu, and it's really on the cutting edge. If you want to look at 10th Planet, look at George Soteropoulos in the UFC.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
If you watch him do the high guard, it's different. He's doing things like old school sweeps, lockdown from half guard, working mission control. Basically, it's instead of having your feet crossed around your opponent's waist, your feet are crossed up right behind his shoulders. What that lets you do is it lets you be very active and have a very, very high attack rate for your jiu-jitsu, because you're right up there by the arms.
It makes it more applicable to MMA because, of course, these guys aren't wearing gis.
Yeah, and not only that, but it eliminates a lot of strikes. The guy can't ground and pound you if you're yanking down on his head.
Right.
You control the head, you control the posture of the fight. You don't have it.
Here we go, round 2.
Pac-Man fought a 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu guy, and I told him, I said, the way you got to beat it is you just got to stack him. He put him against the cage, you end up knocking the guy out. And you could see that's it looked like Vershawn Berke was trying to work that before against Mello. Mello going for the takedown, went for the leg trip on the double leg, missed it. Looks like he's running for the trip around the back, going for the long Osotogari.
Nice
almost
sprawl,
got
though.
it.
Nice
sprawl by Vershawn.
And that's gonna take some energy out of Mello. Working hard for that takedown. That sprawl, he's laying all his weight on him. Mello's going to have to do something here.
A very essential element of mixed martial arts is the transition game, which refers to the sprawl and the shot.
Mm-hmm.
The transition from stand up to the ground, and that's what a lot of guys might kind of set aside, but a key element. It ties together the two styles.
Yeah, to me that really is the heart of MMA. cage tactics, ground and pound, and the transitions. Other than that, it's fighting is fighting, like Bruce Lee said. You're standing up or you're on the ground. It's one or the other. And you can have a lot of different styles to stand up and on the ground. That's the beauty of mixed martial arts. But that transition is what changes it from being a straight stand-up fight like K1 or straight jiu-jitsu like Abu Dhabi. It turns into MMA as soon as you got the strikes on the ground and you got all those great transitions.
Vershawn is mounted again. We'll see if he can survive this time. It's a very bad spot for Vershawn.
I'm curious to see. It looks like Mello's going to attack for that Americana again. That might be his bread and butter move. He's trying to come around, drive that wrist to the ground. All he needs to do is pass that arm around the head. If he passes his left arm around the head, sprawls back, he can break that shoulder so easily. A lot of people who starting out in jiu-jitsu, a lot of times they crank with a little bit too much strength instead of the technique. The technique works.
Again, Greg, he leaves that arm around the head, unable to finish. If he'd just bring that arm around the head, looks like he's going for it again from the bottom. He would probably be able to finish it twice.
Well, from right here, it looks like he's going for some sort of a modified Kimura. If he'd have reached over the top of that arm, he'd have had a really nice Kimura.
It was like a reverse Kimura.
A modified Kimura. Yeah, his arm was underneath the top. Was underneath the arm. It should have been over the top of the arm, and he had the wrist control to finish out that Kimura. Right now, you can see he's keeping the overhook on the arm. That's going to help control a lot of the ground and pound from Vershawn. But Vershawn looking to inch him actually right towards us right now. And as he's bringing him towards us, that's going to help control a lot of his hips.
Mello has worked hard for the takedowns, ended up on top both times, and been unable to capitalize, making
good stand-up. Dean's going to stand it up.
Yeah, good stand-up by referee Dean Ligori, man. Definitely a lot of experience in the cage.
Once again, folks, for all those out there watching at KFightLive.com, we are in Commerce, Michigan for the Uptown Beatdown at the Uptown Grill. Great night for fights. We had some storms roll through earlier, but it never affected the event. We've had great fights as the night began and progressing to this great fight right now.
Mello again going for the takedown.
You know, you can notice both guys look to be a little bit more of ground fighters.
Oh,
wow,
nice trip.
Very nice. Yeah, that was wasn't just a trip. We actually call it Haraigoshi in judo. But for Pac-Man, it's a trip.
Just a trip to...
for Pac-Man, it's just a trip.
We'll translate it for Pac-Man.
You know?
For those boxing purists and snobs like Pac-Man,
yeah, I'm here for layman's terms.
That's right. Yeah, well, once again, folks, here we are at Commerce, Michigan, the Uptown Beatdown. I tell you what, this has been a great card so far, Dan. Great displays. It's some amateur mixed martial arts, but if you didn't know, folks, sitting out there watching, I'd like to take a poll. If you were sitting here watching this show online, didn't know what it was all about, you might think this is a pro card.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I mean, especially that title fight, that 185 title fight with Muhammad and Khrushchev.
Yeah,
that
really took the show to the next level.
Oh, for sure. But all the fights leading up to that, Phil, you're right. They all came in. They all were well-trained athletes, and they put on a very good display of mixed martial arts here tonight so far.
I've had the opportunity last year to announce for Shine Fights down in Miami.
Oh,
and it was America's Top Team versus the world.
Wow.
And I, doing all these amateur shows here in Michigan for years now, and through the Midwest, I got my big break, as they say, went down and announced for Shine Fights, and I sat there and literally had to pinch myself at the level of mixed martial arts that I was seeing live. I mean, I've watched it, as we've all done on TV, but until you've seen it live, right in front of you, I mean, I was like a kid. I had to remind myself, I'm here as a professional, quit, bring your jaw back up and put your eyes back in your head and do your work, son, But to see it at that level was just really incredible.
I'm sure you did a fantastic job, and I'm sure your experience got you through that.
Oh, I appreciate that, Dan. It's I paid my dues, brother.
Yeah, round 3 here. I think
Davey, man, the best announcer out there.
Yeah. Whoa, big
nice
big counter
right hand by Vershawn, man. That was some speed on that. It looked like he was just waiting for that thing, looking to set up that takedown.